Sometimes the front door is more than an entrance. For us, it is the quiet proof that we kept going when everything seemed determined to stop us. When we set out to build our house, the plans looked great on paper, but the reality was much messier. Banks changed construction rules midstream. Contractors disappointed us. Conservation requirements appeared out of nowhere and demanded money we didn't budget for. So unexpected expenses arrived like uninvited guests and refused to leave. There were days when exhaustion sat heavier than any load of lumber, but still we kept moving forward, one decision, one compromise, one stubborn step at a time. The house plans called for a door large enough to fill a dramatic opening. A door of that size, we quickly learned, carried an outrageous price tag. I found a company in the United States that would take payments. I placed a deposit for half the cost on a credit card and promised the balance on the delivery in a couple of months. And that seemed like the perfect solution. But then one day I decided to check up on the door situation on the internet, and I saw so many customers starting to complain about that company, that they hadn't received their door, they weren't answering their phone, and the money had vanished. The closer our delivery date came, the tighter the knot in my stomach grew. One afternoon, the fear finally broke through. I ran downstairs and told Ed everything, how certain I was that we had lost the deposit and we'd be left with an empty hole in the front of our house. He listened and, calm as always, reminded me that we had paid with a credit card that carried fraud protection. We called, we explained, they erased the charge and promised to pursue the company. So that was great news, but we still needed a door. The more I researched, I found out that the big, beautiful wrought iron doors sold in America were not made here. They came from China. So I found a manufacturer overseas and began talking to the salesperson, who, by the way, she and I became wonderful friends at the end of this. Here are some of the pictures they sent me from their manufacturing company while they were making the different parts of the door, so they would show me the progress, and it was so exciting. The final price of the door was less than the deposit that we had nearly lost to the first company, and the door was shipped over the ocean and arrived just in time. This is our Amish crew, steady, strong, never complaining, and they helped wrestle this 1,700-pound door into place. And once it stood in its opening, we all just simply kept looking at it. After the end of a busy day, we would sit and look at it. Our dogs would look outside. It was just such a representation of a final success after very hard labor. We had fought for this house, and this door was the visible sign that the fight had not been wasted. Even these few years later, the feeling hasn't faded. Every morning when I walk out of our bedroom and see that door, it still feels like a gift. It lets the light into our home, literally, in the way morning sun pours through the glass and iron, and also metaphorically, in the way it continues to remind us that obstacles do not always win. So I wanted to honor this door and all that it's represented to our family. So I began creating a plaster wisteria design to frame the door, vines and blossoms that climb and soften the strong lines of the iron. It's a living frame for something that has already given us so much life. So, after making many buckets of plaster, climbing on really high scaffolding, moving it around, it's finally coming together, and it's not finished, but I think I can see the ending, and that's motivating for me. Sometimes when I'm doing the detailed work, the painting, the plaster, petals, I think, who might live in this house after we're done with it? And will they ever know what the door represents? The work, the labor. But we know a door is still just a door, of course. Wood and metal and glass. But to us in our life, it will always be a place where hope held the line when the universe seemed to be working against us, and where we learned, once again, that we could keep going.